traction. Now we're worried about a disc issue because we have a positive cross straight leg raise. Symptoms distal to the knee and peripheralization. Whatever activity you did it 10 times, symptoms got worse. They got towards the periphery, not towards the spine. So you can position them in different ways to try to open up that space. And you could do that in sideline. You could do that in prone. You could do it to themselves. You could do mechanical. So we, do I have it? You know how we did segmental traction for the neck? I'm just going to teach you two different things. I'm going to show you a prone general traction, that is this one. And I'm going to show you a segmental traction, which I don't think I have written up, but I will write it up and just post it for you guys. But all it is you bend up to the segment to keep it stable. You twist down to the segment to keep it stable. And then you just take those two and pull them apart. So we'll show you those two and then we'll break up and practice. And then the one you could do yourself, this is just a nice hint. I don't treat many people in prone anymore, but if I did, I used to do this. Lay on your stomach. Yeah, it should work. Okay, come on with me, okay? Okay, really? Okay, right there, good. So you're gonna grab onto here. So a helpful thing that you could do is self-traction, where you're gonna dorsiflex into the table. Good, and you're gonna pull with your arms, and you should feel a pull here.
I do.
There you go. So that's self-traction. So you could say, when you're laying on your bed or whatever at home, you can pull on one side of the bed and you can pull with your ankles on the other side of the bed. Why are we doing this? Because in the clinic, when I pushed these apart, you felt better. So this is a way you can do it at home. In the clinic, say they respond well to traction, I could then say, I want you to pull for me. Good. And I can do my PAs for extension. So that's how you just combine concepts and techniques. Good. Lay on your side for me. That is your left side. Yeah, lay on your left side. Back it up, lay on your stomach. For general traction, you can get on the individual segment, but in reality, it's easier to get onto the sacral base. And then you get, once again, on the other segment, in reality, it's easier to get on the thoracolumbar junction. And all I'm doing is pushing up towards her head with my left arm, down towards her feet with my right arm. And that's just traction. So this is what she was doing when she pulled and pulled. Last but not least, segmental traction. Lay on your left side. There you go. Okay, so we're gonna learn bones in a bit. We're not gonna do it right this second. But for segmental traction, a pivum is what? What's it stand for? So you can get a pivum in what positions? Everyone. Flexion, extension, neutral, side bending, rotation. So all I'm doing is I'm in the interspinous spaces. This is for segmental traction. And you can flex up to, basically I'm bending the hips. So I can extend the hips back for an extension pivum. I could just bend them up in neutral, or I can flex the whole spine. For now, we're just gonna bend the hips in neutral. Yes, good, that's good. So I'm just gonna flex the hips up, 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 up. And then I feel movement in the spine. So I'm gonna move up to the segment I want. So let's just say it's L5 and L4. I'm gonna move up to L5 and stop there. I'm not going to go past L5 because then I'm moving through the joint space. So she's chilling there. Let me see this arm. Now all I'm doing is pulling her towards the ceiling. She's twisting, 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 till I feel it under right at L4. So I'm not moving into L5. Put that up your head like you're on the beach. Nope, give it that back. You be twisting.
Oh, sorry.
You're okay. There you go. You can pick your head up. There you go. So with this, we're here. So now has no movement down to L4. It's all locked up. We bent her hips up until L5. So what's the only thing that has movement left available?
1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2, 4.
Between L4 and L5. That's the only space. Everything else is taken up. So she had her problems in L4, L5 we figured out. So we're going to get on L4 with one hand. We're going to get on camera. I should probably look right. Otherwise I'll be in trouble. I got this. So I'm going to be on L4 with one hand, and I'm just going to be on the sides of the SPs. And I'm going to be on L5 with the other hand, and then all I need to do is lean away. If I want to not lean away, let's say I want to do a less aggressive technique, what do I want to do? That way. I gave you a hint. So if you just want to do a low-grade segmental traction, just breathe in. Me breathing is my rib cage pushes against her legs and pelvis in this direction. And then if you actually want a higher grade, that's when you this is nice and stable. That's when I'm just going to lean my body that way. And it's not side bending her because we have both legs bent up. So this is just straight traction. Cool beans? Mm-hmm. So let's practice